Oh, hello everybody and welcome to Akame Ga Kill Manga Chapter 57 live reaction and review. Kill the Alchemist, that title is giving me... Oh, Dorothea is about to get wrecked. Because we fear, we train. This bitch needs to die. There are a lot of pictures. Well, you know, the ones from, I suppose, DeviantArt, I suppose? Who the hell are they? The price of conflict, mine withdraws from the front lines. You think she's in a fucking coma? I'll take responsibility and look over her until she wakes. Thank you. Well, technically she is. I mean, like, her eyes are open and that's just grossly freaky. Mine. After the battle is over, we'll all come and see you, okay? Sure. Don't make such a promise. Don't make such a promise, Akame. You fool! Yeah, the eye's still there. When that time comes, the real red-eyed killer has shown himself. When that time comes, marry me. Mine, I love you. Very inappropriate. Not gonna lie. Sure, I mean, yeah, say that, but... Okay. But yeah, Najenda, Akame, Leone, looks like the ship of, you know, the other ships have died. They're gone. Yeah. He looks... I'm not gonna lie. Tatsumi looks a little bit like Run. Margot Leone. You've really become a fine man and all. But now with the mood like this, I can't really make fun of you anymore, Tatsumi. Beg your pardon? Didn't you mark him until he became a man? If you're saying that, then, buddy, you better run. No, actually, Leone's all for myself. I believe you still got me around, don't you, Leone? How could I forget my best friend? Aww. The big fight's getting close. Let's drink it up tonight. Sure. Oh, that face. I love it. Tatsumi, how's your body holding up? He's poisoned. No problems, on the contrary. It's like there's power just running up from inside my body. Okay. Then it's just as the doctor said. The doctor? Is that stylish as Tegu? As I suspected. Is that Perfecta? Was Perfecta a glove? I think it was. It's starting to bond with you, young man. Whether you were consumed by the armor or it fused with you. Okay, what? What? You are becoming in Kyujo's dragon body. Oh, Jesus. Well. Would the same thing happen to Wave with, Chariot? Do not mistake this for the sound of a power-up in the least. Rather, as a mortal, believe me when I say this will break you. Although, as opposed to a poison, this will gradually make you stronger. It is, in fact, what saved your life this time around. Oh, so the poison is gone. So, in other words, Kyojo has evolved into a dangerous existence for Tatsumi. Bulot had equipped Kyojo dozens of times, but Bulot used it in a proper way. Having heard the story, it's clear that this case is different. I told you that it would be impossible for Kyojo to fight against the top two of the Empire. I can endure any pain that's required. Just give me strength. So Budo did mess him up. Well, that is good to hear, I'm not gonna lie. Even if he is, Budo did hit the bucket, again, in a better way. But yeah, we're not on about that, are we? This is the cost. You will become stronger, but as the user, it begins to drive you towards destruction. After 10, no, just a few years, sound like a Grey Warden then. Although, who knows, if you continue your training and build your strength, you might become able to use it without overdoing it properly like Bulot. But what? What? Then, if I continue transforming as I am now, having evolved in such a dangerous way, you might be completely devoured by Kyojo. Your body might not be able to endure it, and then you'll be consumed and destroyed. Long story short, certain death. Even now, the symptoms have begun manifesting in your eyes. Jesus. At the most, I would say after a few more times, I'd say 3 to 4 is the limit. Jesus. Now, when you say something like that, like if the training, I mean, sure, like there was a hint at a Budo versus Xaydam fight, but obviously that was killed last month. But I'm not really taking most things to heart, especially that says something down the line, because I did read a while back, and a lot of people did, that it's ending in this month, or no, not this month, to apologize, this year, or at least the beginning of 2016 at the most. So, yeah. If I can use it 4 more times together with Susan's trump card, that should be more than enough. Wait, what? Sue's trump card? For the final standoff, that will be plenty. I'm sorry, I'd like to be able to tell you not to fight anymore. Hold on, let me read that again. If I can use it 4 more times, together with Sue's trump card, that should be more than enough. When did he get Susanoo's trump card? Did I miss something? But we no longer know what Xaydam's trump card will be, and in order to defeat her, we will need Encouragio, who has adapted to a frozen atmosphere. So please, of course. The Revolutionary Army will win, won't they? If we think about this situation rationally, no matter how you look at it, we should come out victorious. Oh, wait, who's playing chess? But the cabinet minister must have some kind of ace up his sleeve, and when you add in the unparalleled strength of Xaydam, if we give them the slightest opening when we attack, they'll turn the tables on us and won't hesitate to crush us. That's why there's a chessboard. Which means we've got to be careful. We can't allow ourselves any margin of error on this. Yeah. That's why we need to gather our pace right now and prepare properly. Okay. As soon as all the rebelling forces from all the various locations unite, they will launch a simultaneous attack on the Imperial capital. After taking down the Imperial capital, all they need to do is besiege Xaydam. Will Xaydam continue to fight that long? But of course, to her this kind of situation is like a present, a prize if you will. She will now have boundless heaps of opponents to fight. Oh my Jesus. Is that Izu? Oh no, that's Xaydam, but is that Izu? I don't know. That looks a little bit like stylish, not gonna lie, but let's read. Even if she were to die, she would be happy to die on the battlefield, bathed in blood, until she tastes her body's own destruction. For someone possessed by battle that lives for war like she does, she can never have enough. Who is that? I'm going to assume that's Izu for my sake. No matter what happens, you cannot allow any chance for her to slip out alive. If she escapes, there will be new coals and ashes for her to be reborn from. Ah. Up until now, I've hidden my true identity from her. Previously, Xaydam had been persistent and stubborn in chasing after me. The next time we meet, I think it will be for real. The decisive battle will, with the duty no one other than myself can handle. I shall put all my strength on the line and defeat her. Yeah, kick her ass for me. I'll work my hardest. For Labar's part as well. My boy, and that eye. Come on, let's have a thought about our fellow brother. Come on, Najenda. That's enough. Don't beat yourself up over it. Night Raid is one for all and all for one. I'm sure LeBlanc would say that as well. Yeah. Come on, my girls. Hey, Leone, have you noticed? What? Ever since he got out of the execution platform, Tatsumi hasn't smiled or laughed even once. He probably blames himself for what happened to the lover. Oh, I would. I'm dying. The mention of his name. And he's also probably worried about mine. Sorta. No offense to the Mine fans. I like her, but still, LeBlanc takes precedence. The cost of that evolution on his own body is huge. From here on out, I doubt Tatsumi will ever smile again. Akame. I mean, I know, even here in the base, it feels so big and empty. I've really never been able to get used to feeling like this. She's crying! Oh my god! Oh! Thumbnail! If I were a man, I would wrap my arms around you and hold you. But at the very least, I can be together with you like this. Ah, no, I better like you better this way. You're so warm. Ah, Akame and Leone ship. Ah, please, someone make a fan fiction for this. I'm sure Tatsumi's smile will return when mine recovers. When that happens, we all really should go on a boat voyage together. Yeah, I hate it when they say things like that. Oh. The block. I see. So you really are dead. I'm afraid to click. Yes, after killing the cabinet minister's son, he was executed there. Oh, that's how they got his headband. We tried our damnedest, but this was all we could recover of him. I'll carry it with me always. You have my thanks. We currently have been trying to acquire the latest version of the palace map. This tactic would have required years of work. Although with Budo gone now, perhaps we'll be able to make something happen. This is the help LeBlanc-san gave us with his life. So we're going to give it everything we've got. Good girl. Oh god, damn it. Even though I had prepared myself for the worst, you're never ready to feel the extent of loneliness. I think I'm gonna cry. We were always together after all. Yeah, you were. You was there from the beginning. And you thought you were gonna be with him until the end. All I can do now is keep this part of you with me until the very end. The block. One moment. Oh god. Needed to take deep breaths then. Oh god. Right, if I praise now, I won't have anything for the review. Let's keep going. Oh, damn it. Damn it, anime only. Sorry, I'll only mention this. I can see Wave, Kurumi, but yes, Run is dead! Bastard. These are the rebel army's movements. They've united and are now planning to besiege the imperial capital. They're currently waiting for reinforcements. They were always in a rush for results previously, so I had expected them to go ahead and strike. But they're holding strong to their lines and maintaining their control. It kind of looks like they're making light of us from here. Their forces are raining down upon us. The main force of the rebel army truly is a formidable bunch. There is none my equal among the class of the soldiers. What? There is none my equal among the class of the soldiers. For a massive army like that, the person who is able to diligently provide them their provisions and control them is the real threat. Ah, I like that. Cut off the supplies and then the army's buggered. I would like to fight him, but he is likely nowhere to be found on the front lines. I see. The way things are now, soldiers who had turned their backs on the Empire are also springing up one after the other. They've even got the Commander's division pinned down in the west. I wonder if there's any chance of coming out of this victorious. Of course there is. Okay, you look cute there, but please elaborate. For example, there's that. Just like out the window. Out the window? What? What are we looking at? What? This is an Imperial arms power? With that, we'll be able to decrease their numbers and move according to plan. What are they looking at? The cabinet minister also has other supreme Imperial arms on reserve. This grand battle is filled with Imperial arms on both sides. What are we looking at? But the cabinet minister is new. He's never been called that. Don't get me wrong. It will be a strenuous and taxing battle. Where else would you ever be able to find a situation this fun? Those that ran away are unworthy. I am now going to raise the morale of the soldiers that still remain and try to turn the tide in our favor. You guys protect the Imperial capital. What did they see? There will be some lot that will try to take advantage of this chaos and cut right through the middle, understand? Why not bring in some of your troops to protect the capital? Like a small force of 12 men. Surely they can handle it. Well, to back these guys up, of course, since, technically the Jaegers have been cut in half, with Run being the zombie, and obviously your three beasts dead and gone ages ago, but still, I doubt they can keep order. No offense to them, but yeah, Wild Hunt. Commander, is it true that Tatsumi was part of Night Raid? Yes, it took me by utter surprise. Are you worried about me? Well, you shouldn't, because I was established ages ago when Run asked. As much as I find them to be unnecessary words, I do find worry and concern and like to be novel and interesting. Commander, even now, do you still love Tatsumi? Of course. Our positions may have changed, but my feelings have not. Bols had given me this advice. Good man, Bols. They changed it. Yeah, okay. They're using that pronunciation now. It is essential to never give up on anything. But what of friends and foes? It's shameful to talk about, so I won't say too much. I've reflected on my thoughts over what my body sensed and felt from Tatsumi's evolution. If by chance we should meet again, this time I will obliterate him with every last ounce of my strength. I shall not make the same mistake twice. My feelings will not reach Tatsumi. I want to furiously cross swords with him, all my might against all of his. Whether I end up killing him or he ends up killing me, either way I'm fine. Okay, if she does end up killing him, which I highly doubt, I'll speak about that in review. I don't like that. But it is it is the response I expected, but I had faith in her love for him. Kinda seems misplaced now. Kurumi, you can empathize with the commander's feelings, can't you? I also want to kill my sis. Kurumi reading a book while pretending to be Wave. But if I end up getting killed, then my sister was better. I don't understand it myself. Well, as long as the commander is happy, it's fine. Okay. Bolsan and the others, our comrades were all fighting for the Empire. And me. For the savior who trained me to become the man I am now. I will do what I can. Oh, Kurumi and Wave Ship, look at that face! You've been reading a lot of books recently, haven't you? The path to changing the Empire from within that Run used to talk about. I want to Wave best boy. Although LeBlanc is best boy. But Wave, second best boy, actually. Third best boy. Balsa's best man. The second is Ron, best boy. Second best boy. If we can repel this adversity now, in the confusion and disorder following the war, you'll have a huge chance to actually succeed, Wave. Hell yeah! I gotta study until my evening duties. I'm gonna take an afternoon nap. I like that. But what's the situation with the deceased Ron? Not gonna lie, that looked like Wave was pushing her on there then. It reeks of the ocean. If you got a problem with that, go sleep in your own room. Oh! Oh god. Nope, I'll just deal with it. The Wave and Kurumi ship is strong in this chapter. Dorothea and the Minister bastard. You give alchemists a bad name, Dorothea. I'm very ashamed of you. Very sad indeed. To think that the enemy force has hundreds of thousands of human beings being slaughtered. It makes my appetite for ham decrease by a slice. Supreme Imperial arms. Because of their massiveness, they start to show signs of wear in small, distinct points. I finished the upgrades. Cabinet Mister. When was he called this? Not even in the anime was he called this, so this is just thrown at me. Thank you very much. With the addition of alchemy, I give you the finger, Dorothea. We've truly upped the on our strength. Now I like to do as I please for a while. I'm taking a trip out of the Imperial capital. Are you going to feed? Yes, we've run out of prisoners here. We're going to need to stock up on lots of bodies during the decisive battle. Maybe I'll go shave some of the top of the enemy army. It's just the right time for it, don't you think? I look forward to it. Oh god, where's Dorothea going? Wait, Cosmea is still in that chamber, isn't she? Oh god, what's she done to her? I'm actually a little bit worried for Cosmea, which, oh, Izuo, my boy. Has the time finally come for me to move? Yep. I'm going on a picnic outside with Cosmea. Keep me company. What's she done? Oh my sweet fucking Jesus. You've really given alchemy a bad name now. Screw you. Oh my gracious. As long as she keeps eating, Cosmea will become stronger than anyone in this world, even capable of surpassing Supreme Imperial arms. Oh, how I've raised you, for the realization of my own great ambitions. I despise Dorothea now. And we're at the pictures. Yep, okay, be right back. Okay then. This chapter was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a nice breather, at the same time a revelation, and a setup chapter. I like it when all that has come together in a single chapter, and it's more easier to do with monthly chapters, because obviously more panels get done, etc., rather than, you know, the weekly ones. But they can be done right. It's just that, you know, 1 week it would be, you know, the breather, a little bit of setup, but then the major setup comes in. So yeah, I really like it when, you know, monthly chapters do take advantage of adding the whole thing together. So yeah. I'm going to talk about Cosmea. Now, for me, this is just my opinions on alchemy. You know, like, I hate Dorothea. She gives alchemy a bad name. She's using alchemy in the more monstrous way, I suppose. But with what she did to Cosmea, whether she wanted it to be done to her or not remains to be seen. I mean, you're probably saying out, Xaydam, she's only doing it because Shura is dead. No, if Shura was alive, she probably would have done it anyway, or Shura would have been like, oh, so you could do this. Go on, let's upgrade the girl. But yeah, Um, and what is more, like, salt for the wounds to me is that she's an animal. Um, in the literal sense. I don't know, like, I suppose she's a chimera looking at her. A spider, and I suppose a praying mantis combined. Yeah, but still, it's good to see that these essence of alchemy have been used, because normally stuff when I watch, alchemy is normally used, well, I haven't seen all of Full Metal Alchemist. I have seen up until the incident with Maida Hughes, and then I stopped I haven't really got back to that. So it does use most of the essence, but to see it in, like, a more successful way, again, only Full Metal Alchemist people will know that, like, that, I'm gonna say that. I haven't seen Brotherhood, because apparently that's, that's another thing entirely, but yeah. To see what was done actually be successful is amazing. I still hate it, though, because I want to know if Cosmere was willing. If Cosmere was willing, I'll be happy. But yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself, aren't I? So yeah. Right, the LeBlanc section. Like, ever since LeBlanc died, like, everyone is, like, I have been wanting, like, a chapter on him, which will probably be done later, since one with Shelley and Bulot was done. Or at least them speaking about him, but so far there's only been, like, them, oh, LeBlanc is dead, and then, Najenda's sad face obviously in the last chapter? I think so. But this was done beautifully. And the fact that she fought this, oh god, I do not like this website. Yeah, it's not very friendly for me. Let's go back a lot. Yeah, hold on a minute. There we are. Found it. Yeah, right. LeBlanc was there from the beginning. He was infatuated by her when he first saw her visit his mansion. I think so. And, he joined the Royal Army. Was with her. And when, obviously, she turned traitor, because she did turn traitor, to join the Revolutionary Army, LeBlanc followed her to join Night Raid, or the Revolutionary Army. I don't really know the history, but, well, let's just say he left and they did Night Raid, etc., etc., which obviously they did, but obviously the points don't really know which. And she thought that from beginning to the end, to the victory, he would still be with her. Now, if she thought that, like, obviously in that 9th chapter, she did overhear him talking about the feelings he had for her, but she didn't want to get into anything because of the circumstance, which is a little bit strange since she was encouraging mine to go for Tatsumi. So yeah. But for her to think, well, actually, now I can understand why, now that I think about it. But anyway, but for her to think that he was going to live through all this makes me think that she wanted to be with him. Now, the reason why she probably didn't get with him, or would accept his requited love, or if he did confess, is because she's the leader of Night Raid, and she probably did think that she would lose LeBlanc at some point, but she didn't have it in the back of her didn't have it as she does now. Like, she just thought, like, oh, we're assassins, we will die, etc., etc., not good, all that. And, she was sad when, obviously, everyone else was killed. But this seems more personal. Ironic, with Susan, though, but still, it seems more personal. Because, to me, she had the same notion that LeBlanc would die, but she didn't hope, well, it probably wasn't as strong as the others, I suppose. Now, again, take this with a grain of salt. Right now, she's been hit with reality. LeBlanc is dead. And if she had the notion of being with him after the revolution is done, I mean, I'm sure she'd be busy sorting things out after the revolution, but she wouldn't have to worry about her life or the blocks for the most part. But now he's gone. And they're separated. Oh god. I really got, like, to me, I really want to say, oh god, hold on. Now, for me, I gotta apologise to Najenda, because I didn't think she cared about him this much. Sure, I expected, like, you know, a sad section, like, for her to, you know, ponder and allow it to all sink in. Sure, I expected something like that. But nothing on this scale. She cared for LeBlanc, if not loved him. Because to keep a memento of him, to think that he was going to be with her till the end, and yeah, if anything, his death hit her hard the most. Sure, she was probably sad, like she is, not like she is now, but in her room, like, you know, pondering upon the death, or, like, you know, accepting the death like she did with probably Sherry, Boulot, Susanoo, and Chelsea. But we didn't see that. I'm not saying she didn't care about them. She did care about them, but I don't think she cared about them to the extent of LeBlanc. She cared about him more. And I love that, because I thought she didn't care about him at all. Now, that is just me being a LeBlanc fan. I will wholeheartedly admit that. And I'll admit that it did kind of cloud. But to see this, is it wrong for me to say that it's beautiful? Now, if Najenda were to die during the manga, because at the end of the day anything can go, it probably won't go the anime route, which most parts kind of are, but obviously a lot is different. I mean, definitely a lot is different, because we got fucking different characters and different events. If she does die, I will be sad. But her being reunited with LeBlanc, like, you know, get a little section of a spirit mode. Come on, I would love that. So yeah, moving on from that. The Xaydam thing. So now she's on the topic of Kurumi's ideologies, which oddly Kurumi's I can accept, because she isn't as bad as, like, you know, I said in my anime review, I mean, if Kurumi were to kill Akame, she would just make her into a doll. Zombie doll. So yeah, it's kind of different. So she'd still be with her, in a strange way. But with Xaydam, she says she still loves him. She still cares about him. But now that she's following Kurumi's ideologies in a more sadistic manner, I will admit, I kind of doubt her love for him. And I always held firm that she did love him, truly. But I don't really know now at this point. I mean, it's probably just because of the sadistic way she, you know, said it. But yeah. She's preparing her forces. And Dorothea created a lot of, like, you know, advanced tegus, and I don't know what they are. Now, to me, I probably think it's a giant, the mecha, and I'm okay with that. If it is, I don't really give a damn, but I don't really think it's that big. I think it's like, you know, a small version of a mecha. I mean, unless it's just an army of people with different types of tegus and they could see, I don't really know. But if it's the mecha, then I'll be fine with it. I don't really care. So yeah, I'm just saying that now. If it is. But yeah, besides that, with what Wave said, like, you know, he's going to continue what Run wanted to do. I like that. He didn't really have purpose, Wave did. While his purpose was to repay his savior, or master, I think it was master, either one. He has a purpose that everyone can remember, or more notable and noble, at least for me. He's trying to make the Empire better from within, and the fact that Kurumi is okay with this makes me feel that Run didn't trust the others that much. Oh wait, he did tell him, didn't he? I don't remember. Well, he did tell them, but I don't know when. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But I know he did tell him because obviously Wave knew. But was it last minute before? Yeah, I think it was last minute before he went to fight Champ. See, I'm just assuming now from this point. Someone remind me when he told them. I think he just told... Well, I don't know. I'm just thinking too strongly on something I can't remember. Either way, this section, beautiful. But also, it... Like, you know, the Kurumi and Wave thing, the ship is... I didn't really expect something like this to, like, you know, extend further. Sure, I thought it was like, you know, a tease for the fandom. Like, okay, there's something like this. They're hanging around. Make a fandom. But no, it's actually continuing. It's glorious. So, yeah. Not really much to say on the matter, but... Yeah. Kurumi likes Wave. Most definitely. Especially if she can, you know, stand the salt. No, ocean. Whatever. So, yeah. All in all, I really enjoyed this chapter. In fact, strangely enough, it was kind of my favourite chapter. LeBlanc and Run fan aside, because essentially I'm only liking what Wave said because, you know, it was Run. But still, am I missing something? Oh yeah, you know, mine, you know, Tatsumi. Oh yeah, you know. Perfector is in the I think it's Perfector is in the hands of some unnamed doctor, but we find out that Tatsumi is you know, he only has a limit on how he can on how many times he can use Incursio, about 3 to 4 times, and he's becoming Incursio itself, which had a funny feeling, you know, because of the eye. But it makes you wonder, if they have Perfector in hand now, but if they have Dorothea's alchemy, would they be able to reverse it? Yeah, if they had, so they have Perfector, they could use Dorothea if her alchemy is based on that Tegu, or it's just her knowledge, which I think it might be her knowledge. Then, well, if it is, then that theory is basically, you know, killed. But if it's within the Tegu or alchemy knowledge, then they could use Perfector and the alchemy to obviously reverse that, or at least make Incursio a separate form. Because if, you know, Dorothea can do this to Cosmea, then well, yeah. I mean, alchemy can be used in many ways. I mean, yes, you may look at it as an ass-pull, but it can happen. I'm sorry. I mean, because this is alchemy at its finest. So yeah, I did mention the marrying part, didn't I? Whatever. So yeah, really enjoyed this chapter. Not gonna lie, 10 out of 10. I don't care if people, you know, hate on me for that. Call me a Akame Ga Kill fanboy. I don't care. But 10 out of 10. I will admit the fandom is strong. Not gonna lie. I will be honest. But still, the chapter was good. It filled in a lot of blanks. Added something that... It was kind of a fan service chapter, I'm not going to lie, in a glorious way, without, you know, the cliched. Actually. Well, I suppose bikini moments, and that Esdeath moment. I suppose I'm only considering this a fan service chapter because of the fandom. Well, I don't know. But anyway, 10 out of 10. Really looking forward to next month. And to see what Izu, Dorothea, and Cosmea do. I'm actually liking Cosmea because of this form, not gonna lie. Still hate Dorothea. But yeah. But, LeBlanc, my man. There's always the worry of the if. And even though we know Najenda said that she wouldn't get into something like that, there's always the question of, what if he did tell her? What if he did ask her? I mean, if she felt this way about his death, I mean, would that idea leave her mind and then those two would be together? I'm not saying it would be easy, you know, with obviously Najenda's position, because obviously she has a lot of work, but still... It makes you wonder, what if LeBlanc asked her out? But either way, 10 out of 10 chapter. I've been speaking for too long. And I'm sorry if the review was crap, but still, yeah, there's not much else to say. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes about. Share LeBlanc, my man, you were loved so damn much.